And the tip taken by UMBC. McCarley to Capri Garner. Capri goes baseline, and she has it blocked by Janelle Lane. A rebound comes to Bria Harris. Starters for Coppin State, who's coached by Derek Brown in his 12th season, a two-time MEAC Coach of the Year. Janelle Lane, junior forward from Baltimore, Maryland, went to Woodlawn High School, four-time letter winner at Woodlawn. Amber Griffin, a junior guard, 5'3" from Locust Grove, Georgia, averaged 5.3 points per game a season ago. Keena Samuels is a sophomore guard, 5'7" from Upper Marlboro, Maryland, went to Largo High School, averaged a shade under 2 points per game in 21 games last year, including 5 starts. Jordan Swales, 5'11", junior guard, number 23 from Upper Marlboro, Maryland as well. The Academy of Holy Cross gets the start. Played every game last season, averaging 3.6 points per game, 2.9 rebounds per game. And Bria Harris will get the start, the senior forward, 6 foot from Richmond, Virginia. Henrico High School, averaged just over 5 points per game in 26 games a season ago. Still scoreless here as UMBC on the offensive end. McCarley gets around and to the basket, but her shot is no good. For the Retrievers, Taylor McCarley getting the start. 5'10" sophomore guard from Bowie, Maryland. 8 points per game this season. 3-time Rookie of the Week last year. Number 12, Capri Garner, will get the start for the Retrievers as well. Garner, a junior transfer from Hartford Community College. She's leading the way for UMBC with 18.5 points per game. Bria Harris got Coppin on the board for the first points in this evening's contest. Dana Lewis from the baseline. Her jump shot is good. Dana Lewis, the starting center, redshirt senior from Broadhead, Wisconsin. She's averaging 8 points per game in her first 2 games after missing all of last year with an injury. Amanda Hageman's been very impressive through 2 games so far. Sophomore forward, center, swing player from Manasquan, New Jersey. Stands at 6'2", as that shot is good from Harris, who's now got all 4 of Coppin's points. And Emily Russo will be the point guard for UMBC. Russo, a sophomore, for 5'6", from Woodbine, Maryland, Glenelg High School. She's leading the America East right now with 5.5 assists per game. McCarley nearly lost it. Battle on the floor, jump ball possession will give it back to Coppin, as the Eagles have the early 4-2 lead. So Taylor McCarley will take a seat, and in comes Laura Castaldo. Castaldo, a freshman guard from West Nyack, New York, is averaging 9 points per game through her first 2 collegiate contests. One of the tougher players on this team, as Griffin with a nice feed to Janelle Lane, and she is fouled. Let's see, foul looks like it's going to be on Emily Russo. That's her first, team's first for UMBC. So Janelle Lane to the line. 48% from the free throw line a season ago, and misses the first. Lane was 2 of 2 from the line against NC State. Coppin comes in, they're 0-1. Their only loss, only game played against ACC opponent NC State, and they lost that game 81-61. They were led in points, as that ball's blocked. They were led in points in that game by Jordan Swales and Janelle Lane, who each had 16. Amber Griffin had 12 to round out the double-digit scoring. Garner with the step-back jumper off the rim a couple times and no good. Rebound comes out to Lane. Lane with a bad pass to Amber Griffin. It's stolen by Garner. Capri Garner has the numbers, pulls up, now puts it up. Capri off the back iron, no good. Ball tipped out and out of bounds. It will go back over to Coppin. Coached by Phil Stern in his 13th year with the Retrievers. With those 2 victories to start the season, he's now just 7 wins shy of the program record, as Garner gets into the painted area, and she's going to be whistled for the offensive foul as she took down Bria Harris. Good positioning from Harris, and Garner picks up the charge. Retrievers employing some of that full court press that's been so effective for them this season, but not this time, as Coppin breaks it easily, gets a great look for Lane, her first basket of the day, and Capri Garner whistled for a travel as Jordan Swales got into her way. Well, the Retrievers already in this game with their 4th turnover, and turnovers have been a bit of an issue So far this season, the Retrievers have recorded 26 turnovers against Eastern and 13 against Loyola. And here's Amber Griffin. Gets a good screen, puts it up, but it goes over the back iron. Griffin gets her own rebound. Whistle blows, and we're going to get a travel. Second turnover of the game against Coppin State, and entering for the first time for UMBC is number 20, Infinity Alston. 6'6" center, sophomore transfer from Penn State, went to Digital Harbor in Baltimore City. And at Digital Harbor, she led them to a city Division I title as a senior. As Russo works around Amber Griffin, gets it to Hageman on the baseline. They try to feed it to Alston. It's tipped by Harris. And I think a foul is going to be called against Amanda Hageman. It is a first on Hageman, third team foul for UMBC. And Amber Griffin will bring it up. Griffin led the Eagles in assists last season, fourth in the MEAC with 4.6 assists per game. In the game against NC State, look at Griffin's numbers. She had 3 helpers in that game. As Castaldo picks up a rebound, and she's fouled. Foul is going to be against Jordan Swales, her first, team's third. Oh, second rather, team's third. And Liz McNaughton will enter, as well as Taylor McCarley. McNaughton into the game, a 6-foot junior swing player from Fairfax, Virginia. Alston turns and fires, and her little jump shot is good. Infinity Alston's averaging 6.5 points per game for this UMBC team in the first 2 games of the season, as the little floater is no good from Samuels, and somehow no kick ball whistled, but they'll get it back up. Does Coppin into the offensive end. They kick it up again to Swales, and she is fouled by Garner. Second on Garner, fourth on UMBC. And entering for Coppin will be Tanasa Henderson. Henderson, a junior forward from Fredericksburg, Virginia. 2.8 points per game and played in every game last season. She was 4 of 9 from the field for 9 points against NC State. Griffin with a little step back. Now she'll pull up for 3, and it's good. Amber Griffin with the first long ball of the evening, and it's a 9-4 Coppin lead. Are they going to say it's a 2? So they'll say her foot was on the line. And that ball is out of bounds, a turnover on the Retrievers. So UMBC looking as out of sync as we've seen them this season. It's a 9-4 Coppin lead with 15:41 left here in the first half. You're watching UMBC women's basketball. 6 turnovers already for UMBC in the first 4.5 minutes of play, and the Retrievers have no points in the paint after they scored over 100 through their first 2 games. Retrievers with a completely different style of play that we've seen in the past. Griffin, the little step back jump shot, no good. Alston with the rebound. UMBC avoiding shooting the 3 ball this season. They want to play inside out, get the ball inside, and feed those post players as much as possible. And they're trying to get it into Alston this time, who loses it. It was tipped originally by Harris, and Griffin ends up with the basketball. Griffin swings it over to Henderson. Little pull-up jumper on the baseline is no good, but she is fouled. And I think that's going to go against Liz McNaughton. For Liz, that's her first 5th team foul on UMBC. So Henderson at the line, 67% free throw shooter as a junior last season. Was 1 of 2 at the line against NC State and makes her first points of the game for Henderson. And that's good. So Henderson knocks down 2 from the line. McNaughton into Russo. Russo picked up by Griffin. Coppin remaining in the zone defense. Little left hook shot from Alston is no good as she tried to go off the backboard. And the Retrievers continue to struggle from the floor here in the early going. This is Samuels. Little floater, but not going to count as she was fouled on the floor. And that's going to be against McCarley. First on Taylor McCarley, 6th team foul for UMBC, so Coppin will be in the bonus the rest of the way. As entering for the first time is Pandora Wilson, the sophomore transfer from Drexel, originally went to Gaithersburg, or originally from Gaithersburg, Maryland. Pandora averaging 10 points per game through her first 2 games as a retriever. Castaldo backing down, now kicks it out to McCarley. McCarley into the corner for Castaldo. Back out to Taylor. Laura wants to get it to Alston, but Coppin is sitting down in the post, and McCarley gets fouled, which bails out UMBC, who is struggling to get the ball inside. It's Castaldo having some words with Alston there. Foul's going to go against Keena Samuels, her first, team's 4th. McCarley's first free throw attempt is good. Taylor, 56% through the first 2 games. Retrievers only at 62% as a team, which right now would rank 8th in the America East. As their struggles from the line a season ago have continued into this season, but McCarley hits 2 of 2 there as she's on the board now with 2 points. And here's Griffin. Griffin gets a screen from Lane, and this is Harris. Nice pass to Lane, and she's fouled by Alston, and 1. Well, Janelle Lane got that shot up, and then a lot of contact from Alston. First foul against Alston, and that'll be the 7th against UMBC. Lane 1 of 2 from the line already, and knocks down that free throw to complete the N1 play. She leads all scorers with 6. Full court pressure from Coppin, and Russo is fouled. That'll go against Amber Griffin, her first, team's 5th. As McCarley will inbound to Russo. And Emily, fantastic against Loyola on Sunday. 8 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. As she did everything for UMBC, and now we're going to get another whistle. Points per game in high school. 4th leading scorer in Gwynn Park history when her high school. That's Taylor McCarley. Taylor kicks it to Russo on the wing. Emily looking for Alston inside. McCarley pass a little bit over her head. And her layup is too strong, but going back up and too short. Samuels, and rebounded by Wilson. 14-6 Coppin. McCarley pushing it the other direction. Taylor goes to the hoop, but she's fouled. Questionable. Like they had their feet set. Here in the Russo comes up with a steal. Emily pushing it. She does not have the numbers, but Russo will go to the baseline, and it's poked away out of bounds off of Coppin. Eagles thought that was. Russo will inbound underneath her own basket. 26 seconds on the shot clock. 13 threes coming into the game, as that little jump shot is no good from Harris. Rebounded by Henderson, then knocked out off UMBC. Coach Stern, after the 8 threes against Eastern, said that was too many. They only took 5 against Loyola, made just 1 of them. But Castaldo knocks down the first 3 for UMBC here in this game, and the Retrievers are back to within 5. UMBC does not want to take a lot of threes. Coach Stern says he'll be disappointed if they shoot more than 8 threes at any point this season. That 3 is way off from Henderson, but then the putback attempt by Harris, she is fouled. And she's fouled by Castaldo. First on Castaldo, it's 9 on UMBC. And at the line is Harris, who shot 58% from the free throw line a season ago. Bria was 0 of 2 against NC State, but knocks down the first one here. 5 points for the senior from Richmond. Second free throw attempt is good as well. Coppin doing the job from the free throw line, as they're now 5 of 6. Wilson got in close and knocks down the shot for her first 2 points of the game. Pandora, one of the 3 team captains this season, as that jumper is no good. Rebound comes right back out to Keena Samuels. Samuels to Lucas, and a kickball off McCarley. So that'll bring us to our second media timeout. It is Coppin basketball right now with 27 seconds left to shoot. And Lucas will inbound, gets it to Griffin. Griffin's got 2 points. Lucas back to Griffin as they play catch. Now into the corner for Henderson. Back out to Griffin. She swings it to Oma Taeyong. Oma Taeyong in the game for the first time. A transfer from LaSalle, as that shot was no good, but then Harris cleans it up. Bria Harris having a fantastic first half. Harris now with 8 points and 6 rebounds. Another turnover for UMBC, as Henderson will bring it up. Russo, the only one stopping her. Castaldo does a nice job coming up to stop Lucas, but Coppin able to finish anyway, as Lucas gets on the board for the first. Will bring it up for UMBC. McCarley over to Wilson, inside to Hageman, who hasn't seen a lot of playing time in this first half, but she's fouled. And it's going to be 1-1 for Amanda Hageman. Foul goes against Harris. First on her, 7th team foul, which is why Hageman will get to shoot some free throws. And Amanda, after shooting under 50% from the line a season ago, shooting 89% from the line in her first 2 games, was 7 of 7 from the line against Eastern. Makes her first there, so she'll get to shoot another. Hageman, 14 points per game through the first 2. She set a career high of 15 in the game against the Eagles, as she has been very impressive for UMBC through the first 2 contests. Knocks down 2 more free throws there. 14 points per game, 8 rebounds per game, 2 assists per game, shooting 63% from the field, and now over 90% from the free throw line is Hageman, and she's playing great defense as well, as she is likely the most improved player for this Retriever team so far. Another foul, and this one's against Russo. Russo, her second, now 10 team fouls against UMBC. So Griffin will shoot 2, as UMBC is in the double bonus. And Griffin shot 68% from the line a season ago. Misses the first. She was 3 of 3 from the line against NC State. Second attempt is no good as well. So break for the Retrievers there, as Russo pushes it up to McCarley. Taylor pulls up, little crossover move. She dribbled it off of Taeyong, I believe, out of bounds off Coppin. Either way, it's going to be UMBC ball. So Russo will inbound. Into Hageman, it goes through her legs, and that's going to be the 12th turnover on UMBC, as Wilson now will come in for Hageman. Well, Coach Phil Stern with one of the more concerned looks we've seen on his face so far in the early part of the season, as this is Lucas over to Griffin. Griffin to Henderson in the corner. That's Lucas again. Back out to Griffin. Lucas thought about the three, swings it back over to Amber Griffin as Coppin continues to swing it around. It's a 2 from Henderson, and it's good. 4 for Tanesa Henderson. And here's Russo. Emelita Wilson, pull-up jump shot. She knocks it down as Pandora Wilson looks very comfortable shooting a jump shot here in the early part of the season. And her and Alston on the same floor for what I believe is the first time together this season. And that's a lot of size for UMBC. Going to try to make Coppin beat him from the outside. Griffin can't do it. Her shot's no good. Fighting hard for the rebound is Castaldo over a couple of taller players. Nice play from Laura Castaldo, and here is McCarley. Taylor to Laura. Fakes the pass, now back to Taylor. McCarley pulls it back out as she's guarded by Lucas. Castaldo trying to get it inside to Wilson. McCarley into the painted area, fires up a wild shot, and she's fouled. And the foul will be against Lucas. Lucas, her first, team's 8th. And McCarley to the line, where Taylor is 2 of 2 from the free throw line today. Retrievers 4 of 4 as a team, which will make Coach Stern happy. McCarley with just those 2 points here in the early going. Misses the first. Taylor against Loyola. 2 of 3 from the field, 2 of 4 from the free throw line. Finished with just 6 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists, though, for Taylor. As her second free throw attempt is good. That'll get Garner back into the game. Capri will come in for McCarley, and that's one thing I haven't mentioned yet is how deep this UMBC team is. We're used to Coach Stern rotating just 6 or 7 players at the most, and a lot of his starting 5 would be in the top 10 in the America East in minutes played a season ago. 3 or 4 players were in that top 10 for UMBC as Wilson gets the rebound. But it won't be the case here as the Retrievers can go 9 or 10 deep. As Russo brings it up the floor, guarded by Griffin. Goes around a screen from Alston all the way to the rack, but misses the layup. Rebound is good from Harris. Griffin will bring it up the other direction. To the baseline for Henderson. Her shot is short, and the foul is called against Wilson. Her first. That'll be 11 team fouls against UMBC. And Henderson will head to the line after a timeout called by UMBC, I want to say. And Henderson at the line for 2. Tanesa Henderson, 4 points in the game. And misses the first free throw. Second attempt is good. Eagles now 7 of 11 from the free throw line as Capri Garner brings it up the floor. Capri has yet to do a lot of scoring for the Retrievers. That's tipped out of bounds by Coppin. Garner so far in the game with no points on 0 of 3 shooting. And they're going to need her to get going, especially when the Retrievers are struggling to get the ball in the paint. Garner, their best jump shooter. Capri, guarded by Lucas, kicks to Castaldo inside to Alston. Infinity turns, it's blocked, but she's fouled by Taeyong. Taeyong with her first, team's 9th. And Alston, who is shooting just 50% from the free throw line to start this season, will go to the line. Infinity was 1 of 2 against Loyola and misses the first. Second attempt. So Alston with 3 points now. The Retrievers back to within 6. UMBC offense slowed down here by Coppin. This is an offense as, Alston crushes Henderson. Second against Alston. And she'll have to come out as Dana Lewis will come get her. Taylor McCarley set to enter for the Retrievers too. So UMBC with just 17 points with 8:35 left to go here in the first half. This is a team averaging 87 points per game, which is first in the America East Conference. 93 against Eastern, followed by 81 against Loyola. As Henderson is 3 of 4 from the line, make it 3 of 5. McCarley and Lewis enter. Russo and Lewis will head out. So we'll see who does the ball handling duties for the Retrievers. Likely Garner or McCarley with Russo on the bench. And her backup point guard for much of the first two games was Carly Harris, who played 21 minutes in the Eastern game. You get the score though as Henderson knocks down a free throw and has 6 points. McCarley's guarded by Lucas. Splits the double team. McCarley all the way to the basket. She's tripped up. And no fouls called as Taeyong clearly got a piece of her. They come back the other way. Taeyong at the basket, and she'll finish with the layup, her first points of the game. So 26-17, Coppin State leads. McCarley, screen from Lewis. Taylor into the painted area, kicks it to Castaldo for three, way off. And then Lara commits a foul. Nope, they're going to say it's on Wilson on the rebound attempt. So that's 2 for Wilson. The 13th against UMBC will send Bria Harris to the line, who's 2 of 2 in the game, and she'll be shooting the 14th and 15th free throws of the first half for the Eagles. First attempt is good. Harris has got 9. Second attempt for Harris is good. And Bria Harris is the first player in double digits. She's got 10 points. Bria against NC State had no points on 0 of 5 shooting. Garner, her first points of the game. Harris for Coppin, her 6th time in double figures in her Eagle career. She's already approached her career high, which is 12. Something she's done twice in her time with the Eagles, as McCarley got a piece of that pass. Jump shot, no good. Rebounded, comes out to Garner, but then has it poked away. And a foul called against Coppin. Nope, it's on Garner. Her third. And that'll bring us to our third media timeout. So it'll be more free throws for Coppin when we come back here on UMBC Retrievers.tv. Coppin 28, UMBC 19. 14 personal fouls against UMBC here in the first half, as things have just not gone their way. First free throw is good for Samuels, who's had a terrible first half shooting the ball, 0 of 6 from the floor. But gets her first point there and knocks down the second free throw as well. Russo kicks it to Castaldo. Retrievers looking for a basket, and Castaldo is fouled. It'll be a 1-and-1 for Lara. Fouls called against Genesis. Nope, let's see who they're going to... it's on 21, Samuels. Second team foul, 10th against Coppin, so now UMBC's in the bonus as well, as Castaldo knocks down the first free throw. She's got 4 points. Lara 60% from the line through her first 2 games as a Retriever. Lara in the game against Loyola knocks down the second there. Was 3 of 3 from the line, despite being just 2 of 8 from the field. Lucas now re-enters as Castaldo brings UMBC back to within single digits. 30-29 Eagles, 30-21 Eagles, I should say. It's a 9-point deficit. McCarley read that pass well, takes it away from Griffin. Retrievers pushing. Taylor into the paint. Her shot is no good. Rebound out of bounds off of Hageman. As McCarley really had a good look there. She managed to get all the way to the basket and just too strong on the layup. And here is Griffin. Over to Lucas. UMBC sticking with the zone. Henderson to Lucas for Griffin. And she walked. Easy call for the officials there. send Hageman to the bench, so Wilson re-enters. And here's Dana Lewis to inbound, gets it to Russo. She's guarded by Griffin. Emily with a little crosser move. Now goes behind the back as she gets past Amber Griffin and tries to kick it out, but a bad pass to McCarley. Henderson to the rack, and she's got an easy 2. That's the 14th turnover on UMBC in the first half. Turnovers continuing to be an issue for UMBC as McCarley over to Castaldo. Coppin up by 11, and now another whistle. It will be against Bria Harris. Her second. UMBC already in the double bonus, so Pandora Wilson will head to the free throw line. And Wilson shooting her first free throws of the game, shooting her first free throws as a retriever, and makes the first. Hageman will re-enter for Lewis. Second attempt for Pandora is also good. UMBC has done the job from the line, 9 of 11, as Coach Brown pair of free throws, and Amber Griffin will bring it up for Coppin State. Lucas to Griffin. Nice pass inside to Taeyong. Now they work it back out. Henderson baseline, pull-up jumper is no good. And she has it taken away, does Henderson, after she got her own rebound. Castaldo pushing, and now we'll pull it back out. Gets it to McNaughton, who's re-entered. McCarley to Russo in the corner. 3 is not going to count, was no good anyways. Foul is against 34, Oluwaseun Adenaji, a freshman center from Staten Island, New York, with the Curtis High School. 5.7 rebounds per game as a senior, as Hageman knocks down another free throw. And here is Candace Beverly for the first time. Beverly, a 6-foot freshman forward from Fredericksburg, Virginia, Riverbend High. Just a shade under 16 points per game, 7.4 rebounds per game as a senior at Riverbend. That led the team in both. Hageman knocks down another free throw. She's now 4-4 from the line is Amanda. Pressure from UMBC. They kick it out to Griffin, who steps into a 3, no good. Rebound came out to Taeyong, and it was poked away before UMBC commits a foul. No, check that, it'll roll out of bounds. So it's off the retrievers as they nearly got that basketball. And inbounding will be Beverly. Candace Beverly against NC State. Limited time, only saw 3 minutes, committed 2 turnovers and went 0 of 1 from the field. Way off by Lucas. And the air ball goes out of bounds. Retrievers will bring it back up, down by 7. McCarley inside to Hageman. Good position for Amanda. She turns, can't get it to go, but gets her own rebound. Goes back up, and she's fouled. Amanda Hageman continuing to do the work inside as she picks up her first rebound of the game, and she'll go to the line for 2 more. It's on Lucas, her second. Got now a combined 27 fouls between the 2 teams here in the first half. Hageman knocks down the first. 5 points from Amanda, all from the line. She's yet to take a shot from the field. Airballs that free throw. Well, after going 5 of 5 from the line, Hageman airballs that one. So a 32-26 Coppin lead as Griffin brings it up with 5 minutes and change left here in the first half. McCarley nearly picked off that pass. Henderson's jump shot is good. She becomes the second Eagle in double digits, and she's got 10. McCarley to Hageman. Amanda will drive and kick it out to Castaldo, who goes baseline, spinning on Lucas. Nice pass to Hageman, and she finishes with the layup. Credit Laura Castaldo with the beautiful pass. basket of the first half. Griffin over to Lucas. McCarley, active hands. Russo ends up stealing the ball away, gets it to McNaughton, and she traveled with it as they were trying to do a little bit too much with the passing, but still, nonetheless, good effort by the Retrievers to get that ball away as McNaughton will exit, and Pandora Wilson will come back into the game. Wilson has 6 points in the game, including 2 rebounds, and she's 2 of 2 from the field. That pass is nearly stolen, and Russo's fouled. She'll head to the line as Genesis Lucas picks up her 3rd foul.
Number 2, that's Lucas, that's her 3rd. And Russo shoots 2.
Well, Russo to the line, where she's just 50% on the season. Emily yet to score here in this game. First free throw attempt is no good, off the front of the rim. Russo against Loyola, 2 of 4 from the free throw line. As I mentioned, the 8-8 and 8. She also had 4 steals in 37 minutes, but missed free throws there. Has had a chance to bring UMBC within 4. Henderson rebounded. Griffin brought it up for Coppin. Over to Lucas. Lucas inside, puts up the little jump shot off glass, no good. Rebound ends up with McCarley. Retrievers losing the rebounding battle, but Russo gets all the way to the basket. Her first points of the game, and UMBC's back to within 4. Back and forth first half after Coppin had taken an early lead. The Retrievers back to within 4. McCarley nearly gets a steal. It's out of bounds. Eagles will retain the basketball when we come back to UMBCRetrievers.tv. It's 34-30. The Retrievers. It will be Lucas to inbound, and she gets it into Griffin. Griffin, 2 points in the game, into Henderson. Now kicks it out to Lucas. Pull-up jumper. Good closeout defense from Castaldo, and Hageman pulls down the board. Russo will push it the other direction for the Retrievers. Emily. In this first half, as the two teams have committed a combined 28 fouls. As Oma Taeyong gets her 2nd basket of the game. UMBC, who's back to within 4. Beautiful pass from Castaldo here in the first half to set up a teammate. Retrievers steal the ball. McCarley gets it to Castaldo, doesn't have the numbers, so she'll slow it down. McCarley all the way to the rim. Layup no good. Wilson's got it. She goes back up. It's blocked and then punched out of bounds by Hageman. And she can't believe it. So it'll be Coppin ball. Piece of his mind on that out of bounds call, as he thought it was off of Coppin, and that one is definitely off of Coppin as Beverly mishandles it. It was tipped, and it'll go out of bounds for the Retrievers, who are down by 4 with just about 2 minutes left to play here in the first. Coppin has led throughout the first half. McCarley. And we're going to get an offensive foul against Wilson. shot from the top of the box there was no good, and it goes out of bounds off the Eagles. Dana Lewis will quickly re-enter for Wilson, who's got 3 fouls.
Number 32, Dana Wilson. Replaces Pandora Wilson.
Dana Lewis in the game is yet to score. I checked that, she's got 2 points on 1 of 2 shooting. Screen from Lewis, McCarley. Inside to Hageman, nice pass. Into Griffin, pull-up jump shot, and she walked with it. So another turnover for the Eagles, as that's now their 12th. Retrievers have 17, and they'll bring it up with a chance to tie or take the lead with a 3. Here's Russo. Emily, over to McCarley. And another whistle. Has not recorded a foul. And nobody from Coppin who So UMBC with 54 seconds left will have the ball and another chance to tie this game up. Here's Russo. Screen. Samuels. Now just about a 2-second, 1.5-second difference between. Retrievers back to within 2. Coppin. Retrievers would love to go into the half down by 2. Eagles looking for a 4-point lead going into halftime. Screen for Griffin. Nice pass inside. Harris wide open. And that's how the first half is going to end. Hageman and Alston. And McCarley. Samuel. Lane. Will send it back over to Coppin. Not the way UMBC wanted to start the second half with their 19th turnover of the season. The most they've had this season was 26, and that was against Samuels. Each have, as that's going to be the second foul against the Eagles. Three double retriever. UMBC. The shot clock is down to 8. For Emily Russo, 43-40 retriever. 46-40 Retrievers. As UMBC out to an 8-0 run. Play. Move from Pandora Wilson, and she becomes the second retriever in double digits. She's got 10. Out of bounds, UMBC. To open the second half. Up and the foul. Amanda Hageman with the N1 as UMBC comes up with a break there. Ball was tipped, came right to Amanda, who took it strong to the rim, and she's got 13 with a chance to add one more.
Amanda shoots one.
Hageman has done a good job from the line today, now 8 of 11. As what improvement for Amanda Hageman. Goes baseline, kicks it to McCarley. Taylor inside to Hageman. She'll go to work on Harris. Little jump hook is no good. Comes right back to Amanda and knocked out of bounds off of Swales as UMBC continuing to get some looks inside but unable to finish so far on this possession. Russo running out of time, gets it into McCarley. And here is Emily to reset the offense. McCarley, screen from Hageman. Back to Russo, inside to Wilson. Nice play to get it inside to Wilson, but it was better defense from Janelle Lane to come over and block Pandora, who ends up fouling her. And I think that's going to be the fourth on Pandora Wilson. So that is 4 on Pandora. She has to take a seat. Dana Lewis will re-enter. Dana has yet to record a foul. Garner going baseline. She pulls back out, kicks it to cross court to Capri Garner. Her 3 is no good. And they're going to call a foul on Hageman over the back. That's 4 on Amanda Hageman. 5th on UMBC. So Hageman and Wilson now both on the bench. Swales. Another foul, 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 foul.
Now McCarley goes line to shoot 2.
Is 3 of 4 and has 5 points on the evening. Makes the first. McCarley yet to get in double digits. Oh, I stand corrected. She had 10 against Eastern. As she has 7 points here today. McCarley, who had such a great season for UMBC last year, named the All-Rookie team. 3-time Rookie of the Week. Also recorded the only triple-double in women's basketball history here at UMBC. As Lucas, a couple of steps, and misses the short jumper. Russo coming the other way, goes all the way to the basket, throws up a wild shot. Rebound from Lucas. And I don't blame Emily for taking that all the way to the rack, as everybody's been getting that call all day. But no whistle there from the officials. As Austin thought she got all ball on Harris, but Infinity will be whistled for her third foul, and Harris will go to the line. 16 fouls on UMBC as Coppin gets into the bonus. Harris shooting 2, misses the first, as she's now 5 of 6 from the line. Coppin as a team 13 of 20. Gardner re-enters for McCarley, and Hageman's going to come in for Alston. Hageman's got 4 fouls, so 1 more and she'll be done. As the second free throw is good for Harris, who now has 18, the lead all scorers. Ball comes into Gardner. Capri gets a screen from Wilson. Offensive foul. And that's going to be the 5th against Pandora Wilson, so she is disqualified.
Now the 5th disqualifying foul, number 13, Pandora Wilson for the Returners.
Coach Stern unhappy with the officiating on that call, but Pandora Wilson, this evening is done. Pandora finishes with 10 points, 4 of 6 from the field, 2 of 2 from the line, 4 rebounds. And there's her 5th foul as Lewis will enter. Lucas, zone continuing for UMBC. Baseline comes out to Griffin. Amber pull-up jump shot over Gardner, no good. Rebounded by Russo. Russo up to Gardner. Dangerous pass as Lucas nearly stepped in front of it. Comes back to Emily. Russo getting around a screen from Lewis. Gets another one. Kicks it to Gardner in the corner. Down to 10 to shoot. Inside to Hageman. Hageman spinning and no shot, as I think they're going to call a foul against Janelle Lane. Yeah, and they will. So it's on Lane, her 4th, 8th team foul against Coppin, and it'll be a 1-and-1 for Hageman. Because I don't think they called that on the shot. I think they called that on the floor. So Lane's got 4 now, as does Swales and Samuels for Coppin. Wilson's already fouled out for UMBC. Hageman's got 4. She's at the line where she's 8 of 11. Shooting 1-and-1, makes the first. She's now tied her career high with 15. And that'll bring Taeyong back in for Lane. Omad Taeyong had 5 points in the first half. 2 of 2 shooting. Make that 4 points for Taeyong in that first half. airballs the free throw. Well, Hageman, 9 of 13 from the free throw line. 2 of those 4 misses have been airballed. Yeah, it's not something you see terribly often, but an interesting kind of paradox there. She's shot so well from the free throw line, but a couple of misses haven't even hit the rim. It's a 6-point lead for UMBC, though, 60-54. And McCarley will now come in for Lewis as the Retrievers will have a bit of a smaller lineup, as Hageman, the tallest player on the floor for the Retrievers, the lone true post player. Castaldo is a bit of a swing player, but she is more of a guard. Lucas's pass comes out to Griffin after she was hassled. Garner running all over the floor and forces a travel from Henderson. Good defense from UMBC, and especially Capri Garner, who was just moving all over the place in order to force that traveling call. Retrievers will bring it up with the 6-point lead, and Russo bounce pass over to Garner. Capri's got 8 points in the game after having just 2 in that first half. 13 to shoot. McCarley, a screen from Castaldo. Taylor all the way into the paint. Hageman has her shot blocked, comes out to McCarley. 6 to shoot. Taylor's shot goes up, no good. Hit rim, so the shot clock will reset as McCarley gets the rebound. Now to Castaldo, and she'll be whistled for the offensive foul, knocking down Harris. Second foul on Castaldo. 8th team foul against UMBC, both teams with 8 here in the second half. Griffin around Russo, gets it to Harris, who drives, has the ball poked away, and it will stay with Coppin with 19 seconds to shoot. Pass comes out to Lucas, swings it to Griffin, thought about the jump shot, now pulls up on the baseline, no good, and that's poked out of bounds off Coppin. Castaldo is there for the rebound for UMBC, and the Retrievers will get the ball back. 26 points in the paint for each team so far. Numbers about even on bench points as well. 21 for UMBC, 20 for the Eagles. Garner working on Lucas, crossover move. Try to get it to Hageman inside. Amanda will have to come out and get it. Gets it to McCarley, who'll reset. Down to 10 to shoot. McCarley going to go one-on-one. They're just going to let her ISO. Harris, crossover move, gets to the basket and draws the foul. She'll go to the line for 2. So Coach Stern, that's a nice weapon to have in your back pocket. When you can't get anything open, just let Taylor McCarley go one-on-one. And now she'll shoot 2 more free throws when we come back. 4th team foul against Harris, as UMBC leads at 60-54. Free throws coming for UMBC when we come back on UMBCRetrievers.tv. UMBC has done a much better job of free throw shooting than they did through the first 2 games. They only shot 62% through the first 2 games, or 21 of 30 here, which is 70%. And that'll go up as McCarley hits the first. Eight points for McCarley, which matches her season average to this point. Second free throw attempt is good as well, so McCarley does the job from the line there and gives UMBC an 8-point lead. Biggest lead of the evening for the Retrievers. Lucas crossover on McNaughton, has it poked away briefly, and all the Retrievers went towards the ball. Somehow Henderson missed that layup. And she got a really good look after UMBC tried to clamp down on the ball, and now we're going to get a timeout from Coppin as Henderson was trapped in the corner. So the Eagles will have just one. All the foul trouble they've had. Wilson's already fouled out. Hageman has 4. And now Coppin inbounds with 26 seconds left to shoot, and immediately poked out of bounds by Garner. That's one thing about Capri Garner that Coach Stern likes a lot. I mean, her scoring speaks for itself. Capri last season led the nation in scoring at 28 points per game, all Maryland JUCO first team, and the Maryland JUCO all-time points leader, which is really saying something as Griffin gets that jump shot to fall. She's got 5. But he likes that Garner plays both sides of the basketball. She's also a good defender. Coach Stern said he wouldn't be surprised if Capri led the America East in steals this season, as McCarley on the ball, gets a screen from Alston, goes the other way. Russo has it in the corner, now into the paint. Errant pass from McNaughton. So Russo credited with that turnover. It'll be the 24th for UMBC as they're nearing their season high of 26, which they had against Eastern. 7 minutes to play, 62-56. Retrievers leading Coppin State, and Griffin gets around a screen from Taeyong. Kicks it back out to Lucas, guarded by McCarley, and she's called for the double dribble. So that will be the 18th turnover on Coppin. More good defense from UMBC as they can continue to put the pressure on outside of the three-point line. And they are a very high-paced, up-tempo defense as well as offense this season. Russo to Garner, Capri inside to Alston. Infinity one dribble and then kicks it out to McCarley, who nearly loses it. And Alston, probably like her to just go up with that. She does have Taeyong on her, who is 6'3", so McCarley all the way to the rim, and she gets the little floater to fall. McCarley, the third retriever, into double digits. She's got 11 for a new season high. And UMBC back up by 8. Griffin, screen from Henderson. Guarded by Russo. Retrievers in a man-to-man defense now as that ball's out to Keena Samuels, who is fouled by Garner. Samuels has had a rough go of it from the field today. She's 1 of 10. That foul on Garner is her 4th. And that'll be the 9th on UMBC, which means that going to the line is Keena Samuels, who is 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Hageman re-enters for the Retrievers. So McNaughton will take a seat. Hageman's been playing with the 4 fouls. First attempt is good from Samuels, so she'll get to shoot another. 5 points for Keena Samuels. 21 games, 5 starts last season. She had 6 points, 4 assists, 7 rebounds. In that first start a year ago, she knocks down another free throw. And here's Russo. And they're going to say a backcourt violation on Russo, as Phil Stern very unhappy with his point guard after just a careless turnover, careless mistake. And that really can't happen. As Griffin gets a screen from Lane. Pulls up the dribble, now into Lane, who beat Alston, and the foul. Infinity Alston got beat and then was late to recover. And Janelle Lane took advantage with the basket. She's now got 10 points, and Alston has got her 4th foul. So all the post players for UMBC in trouble except for Dana Lewis. Wilson's already fouled out. Hageman and Alston both have 4. And here's Lane to try to finish the N1 play. She does. Now 3 of 5 from the free throw line. 11 points for Lane, who played every game last season. I'm sure she's got some fans in the crowd here, being from Baltimore, Woodlawn High product. She played every game last year. She's also a criminal justice major, like a couple of her teammates. And she's got 11 points here today against UMBC. Castaldo to the rim, short on the layup, and then another foul. It'll be against Castaldo. That'll mean 2 free throws coming. Oh, nope, they're going to say it's on Hageman. That's 5 on her, and she'll have to go sit. So Hageman and Wilson has fouled out. Hageman ties her career high with 15 points tonight, 9 of which came from the free throw line, 3 of 6 from the field. She was 9 of 13 from the lane to the line, where she has 11 points, 3 of 5 from the free throw line, and make it 4 of 6, 12 points for her. As Coppin now 18 of 25 from the line. Two more points for Lane, and Coppin is back to within 1. Inbound to Garner, now to McCarley. Retrievers clinging to a 64-63 lead, as we've got a good one here at the rack. McCarley to Garner. Capri, screen from Castaldo, pulls back, jump shot is short. Rebound comes all the way back out to Capri, but she couldn't handle it, and it ends up with Jordan Swales. Here's Griffin. Now for UMBC, with the way the officials are calling this game, they've got to look to attack as much as possible. As Harris gets into the painted area, no good. Russo's fouled on the rebound. And she'll go to the line for 2, as that puts UMBC in the double bonus. And that's on Jordan Swales, her 5th foul, so she sits. Jordan Swales will go to the bench with 2 points on 1 of 6 shooting, 2 rebounds and 2 assists. And let's see who comes in for Swales. It'll be Henderson. 3rd player to foul out for Coppin. And the Retrievers will be shooting their 33rd and 34th free throw. They've already far and away set the mark for most free throws made in a game this season with 23. They hit 14 in each of the previous 2 games, as Russo's first attempt is good. Big free throw from Russo, as that gives UMBC a 2-point lead. Russo with that free throw attempt is now 2 of 4 from the line. Emily came in shooting just 50% and makes the second here. 9 points for Russo to go along with 6 rebounds and 3 assists. And here's Griffin. Now it's over to Samuels. They get the turnover. Russo has it. She's got McCarley running with her, but will pull up as Coach Stern saw they didn't have the numbers. And now he just wants to let Capri Garner go one-on-one with Taneza Henderson. Capri goes to the baseline, pulls up off glass, and an easy basket for Capri Garner, who's now got 10. 3 consecutive double-digit games for Capri Garner to start her UMBC career. And that's twice we've seen Phil Stern go to the ISO, once with McCarley and now with Garner, 2 of the best scorers on the team. Jump shot no good from Griffin. Retrievers up by 5, bringing it up with 4 minutes and some change. Wouldn't be surprised if you just saw Garner do it again. Yep. Yeah, he's going to just let Garner continue to go one-on-one, and this time it's Samuels. Same place, and again, all day, Capri Garner with another basket, 12 points, as that ISO unstoppable so far, and until Coppin does something about it, Capri Garner is going to keep getting the basketball and having all of her teammates become spectators. Blocked by Dana Lewis. Keena Samuels tried to get inside, but Dana Lewis comes up with a big block. And here is Garner. This time she'll get a screen from Dana Lewis. She'll go the other direction. Same spot she hit her last 2 baskets, and this time a little too strong. As Garner now 6 of 15 from the field with 12 points. Coppin down by 7. Clock becoming a bit of an enemy for them with 3 minutes left to go. It is Griffin. Griffin, a little floater off glass, no good. Harris had good positioning inside, and the rebound will go off McCarley. So Coppin State will get the ball and a fresh shot clock when we come back to the rack. Pre Garner has 12, 11 for McCarley and 10 for Wilson. Blocked by McCarley, and it comes up to Alston. 20th turnover of the game for Coppin. Their 7th of the second half, and now UMBC with a chance to extend their 7-point lead. McCarley, a screen from Alston. Castaldo open from behind the arc, but she'll pull it back out. Retrievers have put up 4 3-point field goal attempts in this game. McCarley all the way to the rim. Little floater, no good. Rebound comes to Lucas. It's a tough shot for McCarley, who is way off balance. Nice passing from the Eagles. Offensive foul. Laura Castaldo got in there, and before that pass was made, Taneza Henderson ran right into her 3rd foul, and really great defensive play from Laura Castaldo. Russo to McCarley. Emily inside to Alston, too low, as Harris, the 6-footer, able to easily intercept that pass without even jumping. Bria's got a career high 18, and Henderson will just drop it out of bounds. Now Taneza Henderson with the turnover, and here's Russo. Under 2 minutes left to play. UMBC will likely try to take some time off the clock. Ball was poked by Lucas, playing good defense on Russo. Now gets it to Taylor McCarley into the paint. Nice pass to Alston, and Infinity Alston gets the basket. The Retrievers have a 9-point lead, and the bench is fired up. Eagles need a basket here, and they'll roll it into Griffin. Pulls up right in front of the free throw line and knocks it down. Amber Griffin's got 7 points. And now some full court pressure from the Eagles. McCarley doesn't want to get trapped here, and Coach Stern will call a timeout.
Timeout, Retrievers.
Probably come after they kill some time, as Taylor McCarley will inbound. Over to Garner. Capri has it. Gets a screen from Alston. Garner now to the baseline, and she is fouled by Amber Griffin, her second. So Griffin was the trailer. And Garner will get 2 shots from the free throw line. Shockingly, Garner hasn't taken any free throws in this game. She is 71% on the line, though, for the first 2 games. Capri makes the first. She's got 13. McNaughton will enter for Alston. And here is Garner for a second free throw, trying to extend the lead, and she does. 14 for Capri Garner. Griffin around a screen from Lane. She's guarded by Russo. Coppin needs a basket, and quickly. Lucas, nice pass to Harris, who loses it for a moment, then falls down as she puts up the shot. Coppin gets it back. Poked away by Garner. Ends up with Griffin. Great defense from UMBC. Harris to the basket, no good. Good defense from McNaughton. Fantastic defense from UMBC as we're under a minute to play, and UMBC has a 9-point lead. McCarley, guarded by Samuels, will waste some time, and she's fouled. That'll be the final play of the game for Keena Samuels, who exits with her 5th foul. Not a good day for Samuels, the sophomore from Upper Marlboro, as she will head to the bench with 6 points on 1 of 11 shooting, also 3 rebounds. And McCarley will go to the free throw line, where she is 7 of 8, and a chance to get some more points. She's got 11, and extend this Retriever lead to double digits.
McCarley shoots 2.
Free throw no good. Well, we've talked about the fouls in this game. 28 on Coppin, 26 on UMBC. Retrievers are shooting their 38th free throw, but they have hit just about 75% of them as McCarley knocks down the second. Griffin picks it up after letting it roll. Down by 10, though, and might be too little too late for the Eagles, as a bad pass from Harris is taken away. And with a 3.5-second difference between shot and game clock, UMBC is on their way to the first 3-0 start since the 1989-1990 season, the first 3-0 season under head coach Phil Stern, and the Retrievers have a lot to look forward to. And speaking of looking forward, let's take a look at what UMBC has to look forward to. They will stay at home as they continue their 5-game homestand to enter the season. McCarley, long 3 is good! Taylor McCarley with the dagger, and UMBC up by 13. 15 for McCarley, and that'll do it for UMBC. Griffin's shot won't count.